Clare Boland. I'm very excited. I hope it works out. Hi everyone. Happy belated New Year. I've always hated New Year's, but like I could never really figure out why. And this year I did because I realized that New Year's is the perfect holiday for people that hate themselves. Like essentially the premise is like it's cold outside, the weather is shitty, and then you're gonna look back on your past year and you're gonna think of all the things that you did wrong. And then you're gonna go get drunk, wake up hungover, and the next day create a whole list of ways you can be better. It's just like crack for self-loathers. But that being said, I did create a list of resolutions and I've been doing like a pretty good job sticking to them. I had a pretty weird 2016, which I know doesn't make me special in any way. Like saying you had a bad 2016 is like being an adult who still complains about going to the dentist. Like, yes, we all hate it, but we just agreed to not talk about it anymore. But yeah, 2016 was like a weird year for me because it was the first year that I had to like actually deal with my depression. Hey you guys, stand-up comedy. And the only way I can describe my depression is through the game The Sims. So you know when like your Sims are super tired and their fun bar gets really low and they just start waving at the sky for no reason? And they're just like, why is this happening to me? That's like what I felt like internally all the time. Yeah, I know my life isn't The Sims because on The Sims I'm a famous graffiti artist and I have a super hot boyfriend named Kyle. I know, right? But obviously The Sims is not real life because in real life I'm way too anxious to do graffiti and I'm also way too anxious to talk to anyone named Kyle because the name Kyle makes me think you're a soccer player and any soccer player is just like completely out of my league. One thing I started doing is I started like going to therapy and I started seeing a psychiatrist and I realized why comedians are just like so depressed. And that's because like my goal going into each session, I'd be like, how many laughs am I gonna get to date from my therapist? And like every time we started to get to the root of something, I'd be like, time to throw another sick joke. Yeah, it's gone great. Another bump I hit in the road was when I talked to a psychiatrist and she was like trying to sell me on the fact that I was seasonally depressed. And I was like, believe seasonal depression is like a real thing, it's just not what I have. So I was like, no, I'm sorry, like I actually don't think I'm seasonally depressed, I've been depressed for a while. And she's just like, are you sure you're not seasonally depressed? Because I've got this really cool lamp that looks just like the sun. And I was like, no, actually, like I think I'm okay. And then she was like, are you sure? Because it's like sun goes down, lamp comes on, depression gone. And I was just like, okay, this lamp sounds cool, but I just can't imagine incorporating it into my life, you know? Like, imagine people coming into your room and just being like, oh, that over there, that's just my sun lamp, because when it gets dark, I want to kill myself. And then just being like, yeah, the planets revolve around my room, it's no big deal. Or like having someone come over and stay in your room and be like, hold on, baby, just let me turn off the sun. And if any lamp was going to cure my depression, it would be a lava lamp. They're so cool. But yeah, over the break, one thing I became obsessed with was lifestyle vloggers. If any of you guys like watch lifestyle vloggers on YouTube, they're incredible. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. They're literally incredible. There's people who are trying to sell you on the fact that their life is great, and they're like, you could be like me. So I sort of love-hate these people because like I hate anyone who can look like their life is together. Once my friend described me as like the protagonist of a rom-com, but like before someone falls in love with her. Like I'm always a little bit frazzled, I'm overly emotional, and I just am genuinely a clumsy person. Like after it rains, I walk too close to the sidewalk and I do get splashed on. And once, I kid you not, I was at a basketball game in high school and the ball went from the court in the stands to hit me 3 times, and the last time it hit me in the face. So, like, that is just my curse. Hopefully it means I'm gonna find true love, or I'm just a one-dimensional character. But yeah, one thing that I went down this wormhole of people who are raw vegans on YouTube, and essentially what that means is that you don't eat any animal products, but also you don't eat any cooked food. And it's just like scientifically it is awful for you. Like these people, like their teeth starts to fall out, their hair falls out, they like lose their period, they poop once a month. And like, but yet they go on YouTube and they're like, my life is great. And they try to sell you on it. So like this one girl, this was literally like her explanation, she was like, once I became raw vegan, I started noticing a lot of changes in my life. Like, my hair started falling out of my head. But I just thought that that was the unhealthy hair leaving my body. So that my hair could grow in. They literally, like, and I was just like, oh my god, like, they just put out lies and the internet just validates them for them. It's incredible. And the best part about it is they have to eat so much food to make up for the amount of calories they don't get from cooked food. So this girl literally, she will eat 12 bananas and a salad bowl full of raw kale. Like, holy shit. And like, I know we're all at Cornell, so we're all inside the liberal bubble, so I hate to break this to you, but kale is awful. Like, it tastes bad, and like, I don't know why we think it tastes good. I'm sorry, I just gotta lay down the law right now. But I just stood there watching for like 5 minutes, this girl's eating kale, raw kale, the worst thing ever, because kale is awful, and smiling while she ate it. And I was like, oh my god, like the idea of a lifestyle is just a lie. Like, literally, if this girl can eat a bowl full of raw kale and smile, and also call it so yummy, like, I can literally get over anything. So, that's been getting me through 2017. Thank you, guys.